I'm glad you don't expect much, because I wasn't planning to give much. Being the woman everyone calls easy to please is like living in a house where the lights are always dimmed. You stop noticing the dust. You stop noticing that no one bothers to turn them up for you. And one day, you realize that the compliment you've been collecting your whole life, "You're so easy to please," was never really a compliment at all. It was a pass, a permission slip for everyone else to try less. You hear it at family dinners. "Oh, she's fine with anything. Just give her the leftover salad." You hear it from your husband. "She doesn't need fancy gifts. She's easy." You hear it from your adult kids. "Mom's not picky. She'll eat whatever's left." And every time, you nod, you smile, you tell yourself it's a good thing to be low maintenance, flexible, agreeable. But there's a voice underneath that smile, a quiet one. It says, "Why doesn't anyone ask what I actually want?" That's the first reason that comes to mind. They don't respect me. They think my preferences don't matter. And honestly, that's a completely normal thing to think, because it's true, but not for the reason you assume. You're waiting for me to say the problem is that you've been a doormat, that you need to speak up, demand more, stop being so nice. That's the surface read, and it's not wrong exactly. But it misses the second reason underneath. Here's the real compliment that sounds flattering, but actually means I don't respect you. "You're so easy to please." Not "you're so strong," not "you're so independent." Those are too obvious. No, the quiet killer is being told over and over that your ease is a gift to others. Because here's what they're really saying. "I'm glad you don't expect much, because I wasn't planning to give much." That's the second reason. Not that you're broken or weak, that other people have learned over decades that they can give you less and you'll still show up happy. And instead of being grateful for your grace, they've started to rely on it. They've outsourced the job of keeping you satisfied to you, and you've been doing it so well that they forgot you ever needed anything at all. Let me give you a real example, okay? Your daughter asks what you want for your birthday. You say, "Oh, anything's fine." She gets you a candle, same scent as last year. You smile and thank her. Inside, you're a little disappointed, but you don't say anything. Next year, she gets you another candle. Because you're easy. You never complained, and now she doesn't even think about what you might actually like. That's not her being cruel. That's her following the path you paved. Or how about this one? Your husband asks where you want to go for dinner. You say, "I don't care, wherever you want." He picks the same place you've been to 50 times. You go, you eat, you say nothing. And he learns that your opinion doesn't matter because you never give it. Not because you don't have one. Because you've been trained to believe that expressing a preference is inconvenient. And the compliment, "You're so easy," has been the reward for your silence. Here's another one, and this one stings. A friend tells you, "I love hanging out with you. You never get upset about anything." She means it as praise. But what she's really saying is, "I never have to worry about your feelings. You'll absorb whatever I dish out." That's not friendship. That's you doing emotional housekeeping for everyone else. Think about the last time you actually did express a preference. Maybe you said, "I'd really like Italian food tonight." Or, "I'd prefer not to host Thanksgiving this year." What happened? Did people push back? Did they say, "But you're always so easy. Why are you being difficult now?" That reaction isn't proof that you're wrong to ask. It's proof that the system you built, where your needs are invisible, doesn't know how to function when you suddenly appear. Now, you might remember the movie When Harry Met Sally. There's a scene where Sally orders a very specific, complicated meal. She's not easy. She knows what she wants. And Harry is annoyed, but he also respects her. Because she takes up space, she doesn't apologize for having preferences. Your audience, the people who call you easy, would never pull that with Sally, because they know she'd call them out. Another example from TV. Remember Murphy Brown? She was opinionated, demanding, impossible to please, and people respected her. Not because she was mean, because she made it clear that her time and preferences mattered. Imagine someone calling Murphy Brown easy to please. They wouldn't dare. But somewhere along the way, you were told that being like Murphy was unattractive, unfeminine, too much. So you went the other way. You became invisible. And now you're paying the price for a lesson you never should have learned. You're not Sally or Murphy. You were raised to be pleasant, to not make waves, to put others first. And somewhere along the way, you started believing that being easy was your best quality. But here's what actually happened. You became reliable. You became the person who never complains, never demands, never inconveniences. And the people around you, they didn't respect your ease. They exploited it. Not out of malice, out of habit. And habits, once they set, don't require any effort at all. Let me give you a workplace example. You're the one who always stays late, covers for others, takes on the extra project without complaint. Your boss calls you a team player. That's the corporate version of easy to please. What he really means is, I can dump more work on you and you won't push back. That's not respect, that's convenience. And when promotion time comes, they give it to the person who made noise, not the one who stayed quiet. This is how the disrespect hides inside a compliment. Not with a fight, not with cruelty, but with 1,000 small moments where you said it's fine when it wasn't. Where you smiled when you wanted to scream, where you accepted the candle, the leftover salad, the same restaurant, the extra workload, and then you blamed yourself for feeling unseen. Now, I'm not saying your family, friends, or boss are villains. They're just humans who took the path of least resistance, and you paved that path with your own silence. But here's the part no one tells you. When they call you easy to please, they're not commenting on your contentment. They're announcing their own unwillingness to try. That's the hidden second reason, and it has nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with their laziness. So what do you do with that? Not a list of steps, okay? No coaching, just a shift in what you see. The shift is this. You stop hearing "you're so easy" as a compliment. You start hearing it as data. It tells you who in your life has stopped putting in effort. And you start asking yourself a different question, not "how can I be more pleasant?" but "whose comfort have I been protecting at my own expense?" You don't have to become difficult. You don't have to demand things you don't want. But you can start by pausing the next time someone says, "You're so easy." Look at them, not with anger, just with curiosity, and say quietly, "Actually, I've been thinking about what I really want." Not a demand, just a sentence, a small crack in the wall you've built. And slowly, something changes. Not them, you can't control them, but the weight you've been carrying, the one that told you your value depends on how little you need, that starts to lift. Because you realize that being easy was never a virtue, it was a survival strategy. And you don't need to survive anymore. You can just live. That doesn't mean everyone will suddenly respect you. Some will get uncomfortable. Some will say, "What's gotten into you?" That's okay. Let them wonder. You're not responsible for their comfort anymore. Think about the last time you did something just for you. Not for your husband, not for your kids, not for your coworkers. Something that made you feel like a person with tastes, opinions, desires. Maybe it was buying a book you wanted. Maybe it was ordering the meal you actually craved, not the one you thought was least trouble. How did that feel? A little scary? A little freeing? That's the muscle you haven't used. And muscles atrophy when you don't exercise them. So start small. The next time someone asks what you want, don't say anything. Say the first thing that comes to mind, even if it's inconvenient. Even if they have to drive a little farther or cook something different, let them adjust to you for once and notice how it feels. Not to be difficult, just to exist. And that, and I mean this, really, That is the second reason the compliment, "you're so easy to please," actually means, "I don't respect you." Not because you're broken, because they stopped trying. And you get to stop accommodating that. That hope you had that if you just kept being nice, kept being easy, kept smoothing things over, that they would one day see your worth and step up, wasn't wrong. It was just placed in the wrong hands. Your hands, not theirs. You were the one doing all the work. And that's not your flaw. Not really, though. That's just where the story started. And it's okay. But now you get to write the next chapter, not for the people who took your ease for granted, not for the ghost of the agreeable woman you used to be, but instead, for you. So, remember that dimly lit house? You can now turn up the lights, not to blind anyone, but just to see yourself clearly. And that's not being difficult. In TED, that's being done.